Hey guys, it's Esports Storyteller and today we'll talk about esports memes. We'll learn the origins of the so-called Artosis Pylon. I believe it's the most used phrase in StarCraft 2 casting. So let's see where it came from and why Artosis hates it so much.
What just happened?
Oh god, he's gonna go for the pylon, and that is a sick Artosis Pylon.
I hate you, Tasteless.
The phrase was coined 12 years ago. It was during the North American Star League where Artosis surprisingly took part as a player. However, it was very common in those days, and most famous SC2 influencers had some decent runs before they actually retired to become full-time casters. For example, In Control was once the 4th place finisher in MLG, which is quite a good achievement. So Artosis was trying his best in the tournament, his group was really stacked and it was hard to get out even for much better players such as Grubby. Even though Artosis was a pretty good turn player in Brood War, he picked Protoss in the new game, and at one moment in the tournament he was matched against Phoenix, a Peruvian Terran who was actually a pretty notable guy at that time, even winning 1 IM back in 2010. Obviously, the game was going really bad for our favorite caster. Artosis was behind in supply and had a pretty weak army. When he was trying to move out, a drop hit his main base. The Marines and Marauders soon saw a single pylon powering many crucial infrastructure buildings, and with a happy smile they shut it down and Artosis couldn't warp in any new units. At the same time, the attack struck his natural and he left the game.
And there's no, one pylon powering all. Oh my gosh! Artosis' entire infrastructure has just been shut down by a single pylon being sniped. Army moves into the natural and it's GG.
Of course, Artosis wasn't the first Protoss player to make such a mistake, and the meme wasn't even born during the game, as it wasn't really something unique. However, the next week, no one but Idra coined this term in one of his broadcasts in reference to that infamous defeat.
Completely exposed. Like, it's just, it looks silly, but
one thing to notice, if he is going drop house, Cruncher has an Artosis Pylon powering all his gateways and the Twilight Council. So that's a potential point of weakness.
Has Artosis ever given you a high five, and did Artosis denying you the high five influence your choice on leaving Korea?
No, it didn't. That was just a nice little awkward moment in our video. It didn't. It's just a funny little thing. No.
Artosis is a douchebag.
Said on a stream with a large audience, the joke soon became viral. It started out as a friendly one, but quickly got way too popular. Artosis Pylon now is attributed to every pylon that powers too many structures, and the joke was repeated many more times during the matches featuring Protoss players.
So an Artosis Pylon is you kill it and all the buildings power down, and I guess not an Artosis Pylon is when you kill it and nothing powers down.
What was Artosis' reaction? Well, he wasn't happy about it. Instead of accepting the newborn meme, he tried to replace it with the In Control Pylon, but nobody really accepted the new name and he's the only one who used this phrase.
It's slow for Nest's mutas. If he had a few more Phoenixes, he might have been able to hold it off. But there's just too many now.
Right.
Again, they're very hard to micro. You're going to need to get that range upgrade. And, oh, he kills that In Control Pylon, taken out.
Artosis also claimed that it was just one game. Instead, he always builds a lot of pylons, and the true meaning for the Artosis Pylon should be the one that's surrounded by many other pylons.
I have to ask you something.
Yes.
Did you did you finally come to terms with the Artosis Pylon?
I think I've come to terms with it.
You tried to dodge, but did you finally accept that you're famous and that there's a building named after you?
You know, it makes me sad because, like, anyone, if you, like, watch me ladder, I never ever have that happen. Ever.
So now you build like 10 pylons there. Dude, just in case.
I have the most powered buildings in the entire world. Like, I actually, like, even late game, I will have 200 supply and build like 4 pylons around my gates, like, just to make sure.
How did that happen? When did the first Artosis Pylon, when did that actually come into
play? It was actually, I was playing at like 5 AM in an NASL match, and I was just in terrible shape, tired as hell, and Phoenix just like killed one of my pylons.
How many buildings did it power?
It like enough that
Everything.
The game ended right there.
Okay.
It was pretty bad, man. I had just switched to Protoss. I was tired. It's not my fault.
I liked how you tried to name it into an in-control pylon.
It's an in-control pylon,
like
man.
that.
He makes
like
more of
that.
those than I do. Ah.
I mean, it was a valiant effort. You tried.
Yeah, I did.
So right now, every time that a Protoss player is actually building like 3 or 4 pylons just to make sure that his buildings are powered, that's what we should call it.
That's
Artosis
actually
pylons.
the Artosis Pylons. It's when you have a lot of pylons near all
the
your
Artosis
buildings.
pylons. Okay.
Yes. That's what it
I
should
will
be.
remember that for the next cast.
Yeah, thanks.
The phrase was also updated in 2013, when Apollo and Artosis invented a new term called Tasteless Pylon in reference to the famous Tasteless duo.
Starting to target down these buildings, and look at that, a beautiful wall gonna come up. Lenok could be in some trouble here.
Can he get another sentry? That's going to be so important if that other sentry squeezes out.
I think he can. If he uses a force field on the gateway, he definitely can. But no, it's going to pop out anyways. That's really great for him. And Lenok, this crazy Zergling all-in, doesn't look like it's going to be victorious this time.
A good force field down there by Hero. He's holding the fort at the moment. The wall is extended once again. Remember, there's one more force field. Cannons are being morphed. Hero could actually pick up this game here.
It's so close. Lenok starting to break through, but there is another force field. As you said, he's going to have to lay it just right. He can't let that pylon die. That is an Artosis Pylon.
It is an Artosis Pylon, and it doesn't die here. Artosis, 3 cannons, 2 sentries. That pylon can still go down here.
That's all right. It's got a Tasteless Pylon to back it up, Apollo. And he is GG!
So now you know the story and can use this term in your games. Anyone who is really into StarCraft 2 esports should understand what you mean. That's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to check out other StarCraft 2 content on the channel. Have a good day, good luck, and have fun.